a man found out that his son, who he had sent to school to study medicine for about 7 years, never actually went to school. Was sending him money, pocket money, paying his school fees. The boy was collecting the money, squandered it on different things. 7 years after, he found out that he's not a doctor, he didn't graduate. Another person said, oh, he has a family member that actually got a stroke because of this kind of news, where you send your child to university, you pay them every monthly allowance, and you send them school fees just to find out that he got resuscitated after year 1. The conversation today is about parenting. Not even just parenting, taking responsibility, because these are university students, these are adults, these are grown-ups. So we're not talking just to parents, because when they said, your says that when your fish is already dried, you can't really do much. The food is already dried. But we're talking to young adults. We're talking to people in this phase where you don't want to go to school, but your parents are forcing you to. And what's the best approach? Should you just come out and tell your parents, I don't want to do this? Or should you just not hurt them and hope that at some point they'll figure it out and they'll get over it?
There's only so much you can say to the young adults in our society where young people are not listened to. So if your parents say go to school, you go to school, whether you're in the mood or not. And if you're not, because of the way our school systems are run here, you can't actually say, I'm not academically inclined, I'm more creative. You can't decide you want to do fine arts. You want to be drawing. You can't just go and buy a canvas and put up in your parlor and be drawing in your parents' house. Because even if your parents are indulgent of that difference, the cousins, the aunties will be like, what is happening in this home? When he has to go, he or she has to go to school. So they push you, they keep pushing you. Maybe that's not your calling. But you cannot be telling your parents what your calling is in this, our Nigerian society. It's strange. If it happens in any home, I would find this strange. I've never seen it happen. I will find this strange. So a child must go to school. They might not be saying do doctor, do lawyer anymore, but you will go to school. And there was an incident that happened within my family where one of us said he was being pushed to courtism and just packed his bags and came home. I remember that fight. No, I was the only one saying he's at risk in school because I had experienced a cultist clash in Lasu back in the days. I said, he's at risk. If he cannot be safe there, can we put him in a private university? And the guy was saying, they will kill me or they will ask me to kill somebody. They both saw it as a bogus story. So it takes a while for a young person to convince an adult that this is why I need to do something.
That's a valid point. I believe that there are some children that are unable to express their parents because they already know what the answer will be. But for me, for this particular story, I just think it's just an irresponsible person. That's it. Because I have been in school with 2 people. One was supposed to be reading engineering. He had started and he knew that there was no way he was going to continue engineering. He found his way, he changed to economics, and he did very well. So it's not just to say, oh, I don't want to go to school, and so because of that, I'll collect the money for tuition, for rent, for everything, and then squander it and party around and say it's because my parents would not listen to me. For me, you're just irresponsible. If it was you changed your course or you put the money together and you started a business, that will make sense to me. So that, for me, will be a question of, I have my own dreams and my own aspirations. I would not be able to tell my parents about it. We have heard of many musicians today or actors who would say, my parents thought I was studying medicine, but actually doing theater arts, you know. Yes, the parents would be disappointed, but not so disappointed like in this case.
You know, I would support what she said. I think he's irresponsible and he's also wicked. Because it's a private university, so the fees, he must be giving them bills that are over the top. And you're spending and just lavishing the money. How? Why? You know, I've heard of stories where you say, you know what, my parents forced me to study engineering. And you will study it and go and give them, say, Daddy, Mommy, I'm done. Take. And you go and do what you want to do. You now chose a 7-year course, medicine. So let me collect money for 7 years and waste this money. Apparently, from the story here also, his mom was sending provisions, food every month, just from Kaduna, just dispatching to him. Yes, he was just enjoying this and saying, you know what, just keep sending. Maybe he'll say, well, I have an extra year. The 8th year, he will collect extra money. That's wickedness in this time and age. Even if you don't want to do it, have you tried to have a conversation with them to say, you know what, this is not working for me? And even if you want to scam them, which is not right. 7 whole years.
Well, for me, I would say the key thing here is communication. communication, because it actually balances the scale. Because if you are able to have a relationship where you can freely talk to your parents, right, then you can be open to them. But the problem we have in situations like this is where you have not created an atmosphere or an environment where your children have access to you beyond the child-father ideology. Do you understand that, oh no, I'm your parent, you are my child, this is how it is, I provide for you, you do what I say. But there is something in between there that is called a relationship where they can freely talk to you.